All right, Warriors fans, here's some exciting news that's sure to spark your interest. One of the current Warriors, who is now a free agent, is reportedly looking to return to the team, but here's the kicker: he's willing to come back at a discounted rate. This is huge news because the Warriors don't have much cap space to work with Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson taking up more than 75% of the salary cap. Every move counts, and finding a quality player willing to take a pay cut could make a massive difference for the team's flexibility going forward. So, who is this player, and why is his potential return so important? We're talking about Gary Payton II, affectionately known as the Glove, a guy who brings more than just points and rebounds to the court. He's a key piece of the Warriors' team chemistry, a glue guy who locks down opponents on defense and is respected by his teammates both on and off the court. According to reports, Gary Payton II and the Warriors share mutual interest in negotiating a new contract, with league insiders suggesting that Payton is open to signing a deal for less money than he might command elsewhere. This could be a win-win situation, especially considering how crucial team harmony is for Golden State. Gary's time with the Warriors has been a bit of a roller coaster, largely due to injuries that limited his minutes and production throughout the season. However, when healthy, he's shown the kind of defensive intensity and energy that every championship caliber team needs. His ability to guard multiple positions, create turnovers, and make clutch plays fits perfectly with the Warriors' style of play. On offense, while he's not a primary scorer, Payton has improved his shooting and made timely contributions, particularly from beyond the arc and around the rim. Still, his biggest value lies in the intangible qualities, the leadership, the hustle, and that relentless competitive spirit. Looking at the Warriors' current financial situation helps explain why this potential re-signing is so important. The team's salary commitments hover around $170 million, with the bulk of that amount going to their star players, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, with the luxury tax apron sitting at roughly $195 million. The Warriors have about $24 million left to allocate to the rest of the roster. Signing Payton at a discount, somewhere between $4 and $6 million, would free up more space for other moves and add valuable depth without breaking the bank. This is significant because the Warriors are also eyeing the return of Jonathan Kuminga, their young forward who is a restricted free agent. Retaining Kuminga along with Payton would require careful maneuvering in terms of contracts and cap space, but it's essential for maintaining a competitive and well-balanced roster. Both players bring different but complementary skill sets, with Kuminga offering explosive athleticism and scoring potential, while Payton delivers lockdown defense and veteran savvy. One of the key challenges for Golden State is balancing the luxury tax penalties with the need to bring in quality talent to support their core stars. The Warriors have shown a willingness to spend above the tax apron in recent years, especially with high-profile additions like Jimmy Butler, but that strategy can get expensive fast. Finding players like Gary Payton II, who are willing to accept slightly lower salaries in exchange for competing for championships in a well-run organization, is a smart way to manage the roster financially while still maintaining a high level of competitiveness. Delving deeper into Payton's performance this season, we see a player who, despite some nagging injuries, put up solid numbers when he was on the floor. He averaged around 6.5 points per game, which, while not eye-popping, was his second highest scoring average in his career. This contribution was crucial in many games, especially when the Warriors needed defensive stops and occasional scoring bursts from the wing. His shooting, however, remains an area for improvement. He attempted about 1 to 2 3-pointers per game, but only converted around 32% of them. For a player in his role, increasing that percentage closer to 35 or 40% would make him a more consistent offensive threat and harder to defend. On the defensive side, Gary Payton II remains one of the most disruptive guards in the league. His ability to steal the ball, contest shots, and switch effectively on defense helps the Warriors maintain their identity as one of the toughest defensive teams in the NBA. When healthy, Payton has been the most reliable defensive player for Golden State since their championship run in the 2021-22 season. While he did miss some games with calf and hamstring issues, these were less severe than the injury struggles he faced in previous years, suggesting that he's regaining his form and physical resilience. From a contractual perspective, the Warriors own Payton's bird rights, meaning they have priority in re-signing him, which is a huge advantage in negotiating terms favorable to both parties. Payton, as an unrestricted free agent, has the option to explore other offers, but his expressed desire to return to Golden State and compete for another title makes a strong case for re-signing him. In past transactions, the Warriors reacquired him for draft picks, which shows how much they value his presence on the team. It's also worth noting that Payton is not just a fan favorite, but a beloved teammate. His work ethic, positive attitude, and ability to contribute in clutch moments make him a vital piece in the locker room culture that Steve Kerr has cultivated. This chemistry was evident throughout the season, and keeping players like Payton around helps maintain continuity and stability in a roster that is constantly evolving. The Warriors' offseason is heating up with the draft and free agency approaching, and all eyes are on how the front office will navigate these challenges. Retaining core role players who fit well within the system, like Gary Payton II, while also bringing in fresh talent to complement the stars, could be the key to prolonging Golden State's window of contention. The financial gymnastics required to manage cap space, tax penalties, and player salaries are complex, but the organization's track record suggests they will approach these decisions thoughtfully and strategically. Meanwhile, the story of DeMarcus Cousins in Puerto Rico grabbed attention recently with some wild scenes involving a confrontation with fans during a game. The 7-foot, 250-pound center, known for his intense presence, got into a heated exchange that escalated quickly, highlighting the unpredictable nature of live sports environments. While this incident is separate from the Warriors' plans, it reminds us of the passion and sometimes volatility that comes with professional basketball, both on and off the court. Back to the Warriors, the big question remains: will Gary Payton II's willingness to accept a pay cut and return to the team at this critical juncture be the boost Golden State needs to stay competitive? His defensive prowess, team-first mindset, and experience with the Warriors make him a perfect fit, especially as the team looks to deepen its roster without overspending. If they can lock him in, it could be a masterstroke that helps balance talent, chemistry, and salary cap constraints. As the offseason unfolds, every move will be under the microscope. The Warriors have a challenging but exciting road ahead, trying to blend youth and experience while managing financial realities. Bringing back a player like Payton could tip the scales in their favor, preserving the core identity that has brought them so much success while opening doors for additional reinforcements to step up. So keep an eye on how this situation develops, because it's not just about numbers on a contract. This is about the heart and soul of a team that has defined an era of basketball excellence. Payton's return at a discount would be a clear sign that the Warriors are focused on more than just star power. They're building a cohesive unit ready to fight for another championship run. Continuing from where we left off, the Warriors' situation with Gary Payton II perfectly illustrates the delicate balancing act teams face in today's NBA. Salary caps, luxury tax penalties, and roster construction all collide in a high-stakes puzzle, and making smart financial decisions while keeping the roster competitive is no small feat. The fact that Payton is reportedly open to a discounted contract speaks volumes about his loyalty to the team and his belief in what the Warriors are building in San Francisco. This kind of commitment is invaluable for a franchise that thrives on chemistry and cohesion as much as on individual talent. Payton's journey with Golden State has been somewhat unconventional. He left the team as a free agent, signed elsewhere, and then was reacquired through trades involving draft picks. This back-and-forth movement might have unsettled some players, but not Gary. He's embraced his role whenever called upon and shown resilience through injuries and roster changes. His willingness to stick around and accept less money than he might get elsewhere also reflects a player focused on winning rather than chasing the highest paycheck. For a team chasing championships, that mindset aligns perfectly with the culture Steve Kerr has worked hard to establish. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In what could become one of the most dramatic off seasons in recent Warriors history, Murmurs are growing louder out of San Francisco. Jonathan Kuminga, the athletic forward who's steadily grown into one of Golden State's brightest young stars, is reportedly seeking a max contract extension, or he wants out. And according to insiders, the ripple effects of this standoff could even touch the franchise cornerstone himself, Stephen Curry. Sources close to the situation suggest that Kuminga's camp has made it clear either the Warriors commit to him as a foundational piece of their future or prepare to ship him in a blockbuster trade. The 21-year-old, ladies, the 21-year-old drafted 7th overall in 2021 has steadily increased his production and role, showing flashes of two-way brilliance. But with Golden State locked in a delicate balancing act between contending now and preparing for the post-Curry era, a max extension for Kuminga could complicate an already tight salary cap picture. What's most startling, however, is the whispered connection between this contract standoff and Curry's future with the team. While the two aren't directly linked, league insiders believe Curry is watching closely. The Warriors' decision on Kuminga could send a signal about the front office's long-term vision and whether they're truly committed to maximizing the final prime years of their generational superstar. If the team opts to move Kuminga in a trade for win-now assets, it could be seen as an all-in push to keep Curry's title window alive. But if they let him walk or fail to satisfy either side, it may hint at a franchise in transition. No formal trade talks have surfaced yet, but multiple contenders are said to be monitoring the situation. With free agency looming and the draft around the corner, the Warriors are rapidly approaching a crossroads. And while all eyes are on Kuminga for now, the broader question lingers. Could his future ultimately dictate Curry's next move? Stay tuned. The off-season drama in the Bay may just be getting started. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.